My God, did anybody believe that was gonna happen? I didn't believe it was happening. I didn't believe it was gonna happen. I didn't. I didn't. I did. I sat in here. Here, let me go get a hat. No better time to bust this out. We got the. Hold up. 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 We got the hat signed by UD himself. We got the hat. Where is it? We got the hat signed by Udonis Haslem. Right there. Right there. The Warriors just went up. Man, it's a good day. It is a good day. The Miami Heat are moving on to the second round of the playoffs. I thought they'd lose. I thought it'd be a 5-game series. Donovan, what's up, bro? I thought it'd be a 5-game series. It's a little messed up right here. Donovan, mic's still not working. Don't know what's going on. Here we are. I thought it'd be a 5-game series. I said Bucks in 5. I said Bucks in 5. I said Bucks in 5. Jimmy Butler. How much did he finish with? 42 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Giannis can't hit a free throw to save his life. It's as simple as. Cannot save a free throw to save his life. Got really easy to defend there at the end. We were down like 11 points again, 2 games in a row with like 6 minutes left. I think. Was that the case? I'm pretty sure. Dude. Lowry fouled out. Bam. Who else fouled out? So it was Kevin Love, Bam, then Lowry, one of the two. 3 of our best players on the bench fouled out. Didn't matter. Cody Zeller comes in and gets a bucket. I hate seeing that man on the floor. I get pissed off whenever I see Cody Zeller on the floor. You just know something bad is probably going to happen. I don't know what. No, bro. How did we win that? How did we win that series? How many times has that happened ever? I'm going to keep going back and forth with my phone. I need, bro. I need this. How many times has an 8 seed beaten a 1? How many times has an 8 seed beaten a 1? 5 times. 5 times before today. Shout out to this man right here also, by the way. Dubs and 6. I called that too. I've gotten... Now, this is only the second series to finish, if I'm not mistaken. I'm 2-0 right now. I called 76ers. Everybody called 76ers. And I called never mind. I just lied. Why'd I say I'm undefeated? Why'd I say I'm 2-0? I'm not 2-0. I said the Bucks were going to win. Man. Hey, we need to start looking at tickets. Simple as. We need to start looking at tickets. We're going. Game 3, Game 4, whatever it ends up being, we're going. All right, let me actually sit here and talk. I expected us to lose tonight. I obviously in the beginning of the series, I said I thought we were going to lose in 5. But coming into today, going back to Milwaukee, Giannis is a little bit healthier. Very emotional win by us. They have to fight for everything. This is their season or they are done. And I truthfully thought we were done. I thought this was not done. I thought we were going to lose tonight. I thought we were going to go back to Miami and then it'd be a dogfight from there on out. I still wasn't 100% confident that we had the series taken care of. I thought it'd be a good game. I thought if it'd be a good game, the Bucks end up winning by like 10 or so, and that's what it looked like for a long period of time throughout the third quarter. And then again, even with like 6 minutes left to go, down by 10, 12, whatever it was, I was like, you know what? I sat right there at the end of the bed. I'm like, it's okay. We got more games to go. They had to win this. And then we just did the same exact thing we did on Monday, where we just kept chipping away. And you're sitting there like, is this really going to happen? Jimmy Butler hits that shot at the end. The clear-cut push-off. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. Clear-cut push-off. But I don't care. I do not care. Miami is my city. If you know that reference, that'd be awesome. I don't care. And then we go to overtime, and we just had all the momentum. All the momentum. And they were dead. Giannis was so unconfident he couldn't hit a free throw. That Kevin Love foul should not have been a foul. He should not have fouled out. Kyle Lowry should not have fouled out. Bam, probably a foul. Whatever. But it doesn't. But Cody Zeller's hitting buckets. Max Strus hadn't shot a free throw all game. He's only shot one all series. He hits 2 big free throws. Kyle Lowry, just good effort, good experience, whatever. I did not expect to be here. And I'm facing like my best case scenario all around. I got the Heat and the Knicks playing, which it does suck that one of them has to be eliminated in the second round. That is an ideal Eastern Conference final. And then the same thing over West. We just had the Warriors win. They're up 3-2. Lakers lost, so they're up 3-2. So Warriors, Lakers, 2 teams I want out West to go through. Knicks, Heat, 2 teams out East I want to go through. Have to play each other. Sucks that has to happen in the second round, but man, did not expect to be here. That's just, I can't. What's that playing to meme? I didn't expect to get this far. I didn't expect to get this far. I did not expect to get this far. Now I don't know what to do other than we're going to game 3, we're going to game 4, one of the two, we're going. We were the lowest scoring team in the entire NBA. Not just the lowest scoring team in the playoffs. We were the lowest scoring team in the entire NBA coming into the playoffs at 109 points per game. Only the Minnesota Timberwolves came into the playoffs with a negative point differential of all playoff teams. I think we were at like negative 0.7, which is not a lot, but you made the playoffs with a negative point differential. Your opponents scored more points than you. We lost our opening elimination game, the knockout tournament. We lost our first game to the Hawks, who God knows how they're still in it. I mean, Trae Young prayer, I guess, is really what did it, but God knows how they're still in it. We lost to the Hawks at home. We barely beat the Bulls at home. Barely. I mean, just barely beat the Bulls. And I'm going into this series, zero confidence. Absolutely zero confidence. I said it'd be a 5-game series. I said it'd be a 5-game series. I didn't believe in my own team. I was so frustrated, and everything I said, or a lot of what I said, still stands true. Imagine where this team could be with an extra piece. Imagine where this team could be with a Donovan Mitchell. I mean, any team, where could they be with a Kevin Durant? But just go out and got somebody. And they refuse to do that offseason after offseason, trade deadline after trade deadline. They just stick with what they got. And you know what? Finals appearance in the bubble, Eastern Conference Finals appearance last year with Jimmy Butler taking a 3-pointer to go to the NBA Finals. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but it is working. So it's frustrating because this team still has a cap. And we see this team go stretches of time where they can't hit a bucket except for Jimmy Butler. We see that happening. We see that happening every single game where if it's not Jimmy, who is it? Especially now with Tyler Hero. Best case scenario, who comes back if we make the finals. That is the reality of the team. But it's working. I don't understand how, but it's working. I'm not complaining. We're here. We're here. And you know, it's a lot better sitting here than being the Bucks right now. What are the Bucks gonna do? That's a really good conversation to be had. What do the Bucks do now? Because Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday disappeared in Game 4. I don't know the stat lines. Let me pull up the box score. Brandon texted me. Brandon Esteban is not a group chat. Brandon, what's the Jimmy 42, Giannis 38. Yeah, we expected that. Jrue Holiday 16, Middleton with 33. Jrue Holiday, another game where just virtually irrelevant on the offensive end. Now, I love Jrue Holiday. We saw how the players voted him like the most underrated player in the league or the hardest player to best defender in the league. I genuinely think he is so, but he does have a tendency to collapse on the offensive end, and we've seen that now 2 games in a row. Budenholzer. If Budenholzer didn't win that championship, he was going to be fired. And now he's just the 6th coach in NBA history to lose as a number 1 seed to an 8 seed. Does he get fired? Obviously, Giannis is going nowhere. And Brook Lopez, I think, had a great series. Obviously, Giannis is Giannis. He got hurt. If Giannis doesn't get hurt, maybe the series does end up a little bit differently. Maybe they do win. Maybe they win that game in Milwaukee as well as Game 2, and then the Heat have a completely different mindset going into Game 3. What do the Bucks do? They have a lot of questions out to be answered, and they have a lot of great players. Like, they didn't lose. They didn't get beat. The Heat just went out there and took it. And that's a lot what Jimmy Butler is. Jimmy Butler, the Heat were Jimmy Butler. They weren't getting that same output on the offensive end, and I was so mad at Bam Adebayo all game long until he started locking down Giannis. I don't care if Bam Adebayo is irrelevant on the offensive end, if he can do that to the other team's best player, if he can do that to Giannis, I don't care. It's frustrating watching him go out there and undershoot 13-foot shots. It's so frustrating, and frustrating to know that we're giving so much money to a player that doesn't contribute enough on the offensive end when we are desperate for offense. But if he can do that, if he can wipe out arguably the best player in the league, make him shoot free throws, make him go 50% at the free throw line, make him win the game at the free throw line because he was locking him up in the paint, I can live with Bam Adebayo doing that. I can live with that. Now, there's not really any other teams that's going to be the case against. The 76ers, yes. The Nuggets, if we get to the finals and face them, yes. Julius Randle, we'll see what his diagnosis is with his ankle. I know he hurt that. Dom, I wouldn't say you shouldn't be worried about Giannis because he's still at 38 points. Now, he got to the free throw line a lot, and I'm pretty sure he was like 9 for 18 or something stupid. I know he was around 50%. That might be his exact free throw stat line. It was just everybody else didn't pick up. It was kind of what we saw with Jimmy Butler and the Heat. Like, we got away with it in spite of the surrounding pieces around Jimmy Butler. The Bucks, when they needed other guys to hit shots at the end of the fourth quarter in overtime, they didn't. Chris Middleton hit 3 free throws. Giannis got some buckets in overtime, but Drew Holiday didn't hit a shot. Connaughton wasn't in the game. Grayson Allen, decides to dribble the ball out. Grayson Allen, when he had the ball in his hands like that, it just gave me flashbacks to the FAU SDSU game where he has the ball in his hands and you're like, he's not going to get the ball off. And then, of course, San Diego State dude pulls up, game-winning shot. I'm sad. But Grayson Allen just kept dribbling. Giannis just didn't get any help. I'm not upset with Giannis' performance if I'm a Bucks fan. I'm looking at the rest of the team, and I'm looking at Budenholzer. Like, do you fire Budenholzer? Because we've seen so many times in his coaching career, he was with the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. They had that number 1 seed, and then they got embarrassed by the Cavaliers. He was on the brink of being fired. If Kevin Durant had a smaller shoe size, Budenholzer would not be the Bucks coach today. It is that simple. If KD, let's say he has a size 20 shoe. KD has a size 18. Budenholzer doesn't have a job right now. And he got the Bucks that championship game, so he's got himself some leverage. He's got himself some credibility in the building. He brought that championship back for the first time since like the 70s. How do you fire that guy? But he has a track record. It wasn't like, let's say you have, whatever the Celtics coach's name is, I don't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but let's say he goes and gets the team to the conference finals. But okay, that's great as a first-year head coach thrown into this situation because Ime Udoka decided to sleep with somebody's wife within the organization. Him getting to the conference finals is a lot different than Budenholzer getting to the conference finals. Budenholzer, time and time again, has disappointed as a head coach, and now is the 6th coach in NBA history to lose as a number 1 seed coming against an 8 seed. He's got them their championship. He's got them a lot of success. But at what point do you just cut ties and say there's got to be somebody else out there. Now, I don't know who's a free agent coach right now. Didn't the Raptors fire their coach? There's that guy. Otherwise, I have no idea who's a free agent coach right now. But you fire Budenholzer, that is easily the top job on the market. And now even if they don't fire him tomorrow, even let's say they wait a week, Dwayne Casey sucks. Not Dwayne Casey, the white dude, the short little white dude who won them a championship. Dwayne Casey's going to the front office of the Pistons. If I'm a head coach who is potentially moving to another team, the Rockets just hired Ime Udoka. Did anybody else fire their coach? Well, the Pistons still haven't hired anybody. That'd be funny if Casey hired his successor at the Raptors as head coach of the Pistons. I don't know if they've hired anybody. If I'm a head coach to be, I'm not taking any calls until I figure out what the Bucks are gonna do. That roster should stay mostly intact. They underperformed, but it's such a rare occurrence to come against such a good team in the first round like they did Miami Heat. So a team with a superstar whose game elevates in the playoffs like that. I mean, that was okay. Hear me out. I need everybody. I need everybody here watching. 2 viewers, 4 viewers, whatever we got. I need everybody to just take a seat and listen to what I'm about to say before you start screaming. Dwayne Wade is undoubtedly the greatest Heat player of all time. I think you got to go LeBron number 2 just based off how great LeBron is. And we would not have those 2 additional championships, if it was not for LeBron. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. I think you know where I'm going. Is it insane to say that Jimmy Butler is already the 3rd best player in Miami Heat history? Don't shoot me. Is it crazy? Tell me, is it crazy? I don't think it's crazy. Who else has performed like that? We've had some outstanding players. We've had Shaq. We've had Alonzo Mourning. We've had some phenomenal players. Is Jimmy Butler the 3rd best player in Heat history? If not, who is and why? Who else has had 56 points in a playoff game in a Heat uniform? Who else has single-handedly won a playoff series against a number 1 seed? Not just any number 1 seed, but the top team in the NBA this year in terms of win record. I picked the Bucks to win the finals going into the playoffs. Not in the beginning of the season. I picked them to win the finals 2 weeks ago. Jimmy Butler single-handedly carried the Heat against the number 1 seed as an 8 seed. Has only happened 5 times in NBA history. He single-handedly carried the Heat to victory. Who? Dwayne Wade, LeBron James. Who's number 3 if not Jimmy Butler? Who? Please. If any of you guys watching this and anybody watching back, tell me who is a better player all time for the Heat than Jimmy Butler? Is he a Hall of Famer just based off this series alone? I mean, who's had a better singular series? Now, LeBron James against the Warriors, even when he lost, kind of went stupid. So that might be the greatest individual performance, even in a losing series performance. I'd argue if he wins chips, he's better than LeBron. LeBron brought us 2 chips, and LeBron is, as you know, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time. So I kind of have to even swallow my pride a little bit to say Dwayne Wade's better than him. And Dwayne Wade's mostly, he was there virtually his whole career, emotional value. And he is just Mr. 305. He is the Miami Heat. So I'm not going to derail Dwayne Wade to put LeBron James over him. I know you're talking strictly for the Heat, but if it is undoubtedly, you cannot argue that had LeBron James not come, the Miami Heat would only have 1 championship right now. It is you can't argue that. We're not winning a championship, and not only are we not not only are we only having one championship in team history, Dwayne Wade probably goes to wherever LeBron went. Let's say he went to the Bulls. Dwayne Wade probably leaves the Heat to go to the Bulls. People forget Dwayne Wade was also a free agent and also had the choice to leave. And had LeBron gone somewhere else, I'd be willing to bet that Dwayne Wade would have fallen there. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Jimothy Buckets Butler. Please, somebody, tell me who in Heat history is better than Jimmy Butler. Because I can't figure it out. I'd agree, but Bron didn't carry it like this. He didn't carry it like this, no. But he did bring 2 championships. So if Jimmy gets 2, there you go. If Jimmy gets 2, there you go. I'll give you that. I mean, shoot. If he gets 2, how far up we're going? If he gets 2, I love Dwayne Wade. Don't get me wrong. But you're asking me right now, would I rather have Jimmy Butler or prime Dwayne Wade? Ooh, yeesh, yeesh. Maybe I need to stop. I need to slow down. Is he getting fired? I know y'all can't see. That's Budenholzer. Is he getting fired? He should be. I think he should be. Do you have anything interesting to say, sir?
We didn't make enough shots.
Yeah, no kidding. Didn't make enough shots.
I will just. I should start with credit to Miami. You know, those guys tonight were in this series. A lot of respect for them, their program, for Coach Spo.
Okay, yeah. Okay. You have nothing interesting to say. He deserves to get fired. Whew. Man. Especially since the draft tomorrow, as Dolphins fans, Donovan, is kind of going to be a letdown. And I still can't get this freaking mic to work. You got it to work for 2 seconds. I got it to work for 2 seconds. Let me go over and just look at it. Yeah, no. This is coming through the webcam. So whatever y'all hear from me is coming from the webcam. I know it's not that good, but well. I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating and my knee cracks. Hey, my girlfriend sent me money. That's always fun. Grayson Allen drives down the lane, but can't get shot off before the buzzer. As the buzzer sounds, and the Heat defeat the Bucks in overtime. Udonis Haslem, I think. Wait, no. Udonis Haslem. I've kind of sort of run into Udonis Haslem twice. I ran into, not ran into, this was at a signing event. Oh, thank you. USB device not recognized. I am well aware, PC. Thank you for enlightening me that this mic is not working. Thank you. I didn't know that. Yeah. So I've seen Udonis Haslem in person up close twice. First time, signed the hat, cool dude. He's only like this much taller than me. Like, he's listed as 6'8". I'd say he's closer to 6'7". I'm 6'6", 5. I'm 6'5" and like 3/4. So like, but he was only like this much taller than me. I'm like, dang, bro. Second time I see Udonis Haslem. It is during COVID. Me and Haley are at the movies, and this is actually this is a little bit later. This was like late 2021, early 2022. Actually, might have been 2022. No, I think it was 2021. Whatever. Going to the movies. Don't remember what we're seeing, but Haley and I are standing there in line, and we are. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. We are questioning things. I'll leave it at that. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm standing there, and there's a tall, skinny dude in a mask about 20 feet to my left. And I'm like, I think that's Udonis Haslem. Haley knows enough about basketball. I'm like, babe, I think that's Udonis Haslem. She's like, I can't tell you. I would have no idea. Like, I know you wouldn't know. I'm just saying. But I'm looking there. I'm like, that looks awfully like Udonis Haslem. And then we make eye contact. And I'm like, because I don't want to act like I'm staring at the dude. I don't want to be that guy when I see a celebrity that I'm like goo goo gaga looking at them like, oh, look at him. Oh, like, oh, hi. Like, he's a regular dude. He's at the movies. He's with his family. I don't want to bother him. But I'm standing there looking to my left. I'm like, that looks a lot like Udonis Haslem. But the reason why I couldn't tell is because he had a mask on. Donovan, thank you. Thank you, Donovan, for giving the story away. he has a mask on. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Udonis Haslem. Everything checks up, except I can't tell because he has the mask on. So we go sit in the movies, forget about it, go home. Definitely Google a bunch of times because his wife, he was with his wife. Like that looks a lot like his wife. I googled his wife. Looks a lot like his wife. We get home. The next day we find out, as Donovan alludes to in the comments, he had COVID. And that was the first day he entered the protocols. It was literally the first day he entered the COVID protocols. He's there at the movies with his family, and then he posted about it like a week later, being slick about it, acting like it wasn't that day, but it definitely was him, and it was really funny. Be cool if he could get in the playoffs. Just get out there, you know. He dropped what 24 points that last game. My knees are sweaty. It is 1 a.m? Oh, that's absolutely nuts. It's gonna be a fun series. I'm glad we got the Heat and the Knicks. He did get a tech today. I was watching. I was either watching the Warriors game or the hockey game when that happened. So I wasn't paying attention. Did the Kraken win? Kraken did win. The Kraken are up 3-2. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna call it a wrap there. Appreciate you hanging out with me, Donovan. Appreciate whoever else this other viewer is. Appreciate y'all. Dang, Donovan. All right, let's get the tickets going. Let's find out who all's going. So me, you, Andrew, Tyrell, Kadeem, Marcelo. Figure it out from there. Let's get the tickets. I didn't even think. I forgot the Panthers won. I don't care about the Panthers, not gonna lie. I kind of accepted that their season's done. So, I don't really care. Yeah, both overtime road game. Yeah. Let's figure out the tickets. Thanks for hanging out with me. Go Heat. I don't even know how we got this far. I don't.